In a quiet African village, where the red earth held the footprints of generations, and palm trees whispered ancient stories to the wind, there lived a girl named Amara. She was not born into wealth. There were no silver spoons, no grand houses, no luxury. But Amara possessed something far more powerful. She had a heart that loved without limits. Every morning, before the sun painted the sky with soft gold, Amara would rise to the gentle voice of her mother. Amara, wake up, my child. And like the dawn itself, she would answer with warmth. She swept the compound with grace. She fetched water from the stream with strength. She laughed with the other girls, balancing clay pots on their heads, their joy echoing through the village like music. Her father, a quiet man with eyes full of wisdom, would often watch her from a distance, and with a soft smile he would say, "This girl, her heart is softer than rain." And it was true. Amara could not walk past pain without stopping. She shared her food even when she had little. She carried other people's burdens like they were her own. She was love in human form. But sometimes, love is not returned the same way it is given. As the years passed, the laughter in the village began to fade. Hardship crept in quietly. Food became scarce. Money became a struggle. And then, illness came knocking. Her father fell sick. The strong man who once stood like a tree began to bend under the weight of weakness. Amara watched helplessly as dreams slowly turned into survival. Until one day, everything changed. An opportunity came. A door opened. A miracle. Amara was given a chance to travel to a faraway land, a place of snow, bright lights, and endless promises. Canada. The village had only heard stories, but to them, it was a land where suffering ended. The entire village gathered the day Amara was to leave. Tears flowed like rivers. Prayers filled the air. Her mother held her tightly, as if letting go would break her soul. "Don't forget us," she whispered. Amara's voice trembled as she replied, "I will come back for all of you. I promise. I will never forget where I came from." With hope in her eyes and love in her heart, she left everything she knew behind. Canada was beautiful, but it was also cold. Not just the snow that touched her skin, but the silence that touched her heart. The laughter she once knew was replaced with quiet rooms. The warmth of her village was replaced with distant smiles. People were kind, but not close. Amara worked tirelessly. Morning, night, repeat. She cleaned homes. She saved every dollar. She sacrificed her comfort for the people she loved. She sent money home, again and again. She called often. "Are you okay? Do you need anything? How is Papa?" At first, the calls were filled with love, excitement, laughter, gratitude. But slowly, something changed. The calls became shorter. The voices became colder. The love began to feel conditional. Sometimes they sounded too busy. Sometimes they only talked about money. Sometimes they didn't call at all. And one night, after a long shift, Amara sat by her window, staring at the falling snow. The world outside was white and silent, and for the first time, her heart whispered a painful question. "Do they love me? or what I give them? That question changed everything. Without telling anyone, Amara made a decision. She would go back home, but not as the successful daughter from abroad, not with gifts, not with money, not with pride. She would return as someone broken, someone weak, someone with nothing to offer, because she needed the truth. When Amara arrived, the village barely recognized her. No fine clothes, no jewelry, no glow of success. Her body looked fragile, her face was pale, her voice barely a whisper. And then the news spread like wildfire. Amara is back, but she is dying. At first, the house was full. People came from everywhere, crying loudly, showing sympathy, calling her name. Her mother wept endlessly. Her father sat quietly, his heart breaking in silence. But as the days passed, the truth began to reveal itself. The visits reduced, the whispers increased. Some relatives began to murmur, "All the money she sent, is it finished? Who will take care of her now? This sickness will drain us." Friends she once laughed with stopped coming. Some only came to see what was left. Inside the house, tension grew. Arguments, frustration, distance. The love that once felt strong began to disappear. But one person never left, her mother. Day and night she stayed. She cleaned her, she fed her, she prayed for her. Even when hope was gone, even when others complained, her mother remained. Not because of what Amara had, but because of who Amara was. One evening, voices rose outside the house. Arguments about money, about responsibility, about burden. And suddenly, the door opened. Amara walked out, strong, healthy, alive. Silence crashed into the room. Shock filled every face. Her father's voice trembled. You are not sick?" Amara's eyes filled with tears. "No, I was never sick." Gasps echoed. "I only wanted to know if you loved me or what I could give you." No one could speak. Shame filled the air like... Her voice broke as she continued. "When I was far away, I felt your love fading. I needed to see the truth, not hear it." Tears streamed down her face. She turned and ran into her mother's arms. "Only you stayed," she cried. "Only you loved me when I had nothing." That day changed everything. Some relationships were rebuilt, others were lost forever. Amara forgave, but she never forgot, because she had learned a truth many never understand. Not everyone who stands with you in your success will stand with you in your struggle. From that day forward, she chose wisely who she loved, who she trusted, who she called family. True love is not loud when life is easy. It is quiet, faithful, and present when everything is falling apart. Not everyone who celebrates you in your abundance will stand with you in your emptiness. Because the real test of love is not in what you give, but in who stays when you have nothing left to offer. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more.